Alright, this is a video response slash my thoughts on something blows himself up dude was talking about. There's supposed to be a Dark Knight Returns movie. Supposedly Zack Snyder's gonna be doing it. Um Here's my take on how they should do it. Zack Snyder, he adapted Watchmen, he did 300. But he's directing a movie coming out this year, an animated movie called Legend of the Guardians and the Owls of Ga'Hoole. Now, that looks animated. It looks beautifully done and stuff like that, and I can't wait to see it. But as far as the Dark Knight Returns goes, as far as DC goes, there's been like two stories I wanted to see done on film and done like CGI animated, like what they did with Final Fantasy, Advent Children, and The Spirits Within. There's been two comic books I wanted to see like this, and I think it would work well in animated, in animated form, like what Pixar does and what DreamWorks does, and what like I said, what they did with Final Fantasy, Advent Children. There's been The Dark Knight Returns, which is pretty much, in my view, the kind of the darker ending for the DC universe, and then there's Kingdom Come, which is more lighter, which is the more good ending, I should say, for the end of the DC universe. Now, back to the Dark Knight Returns. I would definitely say, like I said, animated. Just do it animated and release it like that. Now the problem is, yes, Batman is typically like a kid's character, but most of his stories have been told with a little darker tone to them, and The Dark Knight Returns is definitely, in my opinion, PG-13, hard PG-13 or R-rated material. Unlike Watchmen, Frank Miller won't be like, he won't be against the idea. He'll be like, okay, just, go ahead, and he'll probably put some input into it as well. And, The Dark Knight Returns is one of the works I really liked about when Frank Miller was good. To me, he's not really good anymore. He's kind of lost it, because I'm not a fan of his recent work, pertaining to the All-Star Batman. But anyway, that's besides the point. I'm not gonna, put that stuff in here in this video. This is talking about the Dark Knight Returns movie. Like I said, do it animated, and get Clint Eastwood to do the voice acting. If you can't get Clint Eastwood, I would say get Jackie Earle Haley, because he can get that Batman voice down, kind of like the voice he did for Rorschach in Watchmen, but with a little more older tone to it. And I think he can really pull it off as well. And they worked together before, so it wouldn't be a problem, at least as far as I see it. And that's how I think I would love. I love Frank Miller's art style. I think it's just made for animation. Bruce Timm in the Batman animated series did like a sneak peek of the Dark Knight Returns. If you want to look at it, it's on YouTube. Look up Batman animated, dedicated to Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, and it should pop up, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about, but with a bigger budget and with CGI animation. So that's how I would see them doing it. I really can't, if they do a live action, I'll see it, but I don't think the book is made for live action. I know, stuff like Sin City, like I said, Watchmen, and even 300 looks kind of like animated because of the, effects, but I would just like it pure CGI. Like I say, he's working on that movie, Owls, Legend of the Guardians at the Owls of Ga'Hoole. Just take that CGI and put it with the Dark Knight Returns, get some good voice acting, and you got yourself the Dark Knight Returns. To me, I would be stoked if they did that. But most likely it's not going to happen because, in America, cartoons are just for children, so you wouldn't be able to sell it to the mainstream audience, and they'd be like, they will get so much complaints and stuff like that, and it's too dark, and it's Batman's supposed to be for kids, and blah 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 blah, whatever. It probably won't even happen, period. Like, blows himself up dude said in his video, the chances of it happening are very unlikely. But I really hope that this does happen. If it does happen, please do it animated, because that's the best way I think it could work. Live action, I just can't see it happening. Another thing is, the name, The Dark Knight Returns, because Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight, and people would be like, oh, okay, this is a sequel to that, and they would kind of have to sell it a different way, like, no, this has nothing to do with The Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan's movie. It's it's this completely different universe, completely different story, and it's on its own. And that's really how I think they could sell it, because otherwise you'll confuse the mainstream audience, and they will really just be confused and be like, wait, what is this, a sequel to The Dark Knight, or what the heck is this? Especially if it's animated, which makes me cringe, because I really hate how the American audience views animation as just for kids. It's so annoying. Especially as a fan of animation myself, I love it. I wish it was done more often, but in America it's just not viewed like that, so nothing I can do about that. But that's really how I would like to see The Dark Knight Returns done, and also Kingdom Come, because their styles just fit animation. I just don't see it being done in live action. I've been proven wrong before, but I just would like to see it animated, because it would be easier to me, easier to make. You don't have to worry about acting. It's as far as acting, the animation would do it itself. The only thing the actors would have to do is voice act, and that's about it. You can get the voices down, you're good. The movie's pretty much just going to be, it's guaranteed. It's almost got like a 50% chance of being good. So I rambled on a little bit too much about this subject, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on it and how I think it should be done if they ever do a Dark Knight Returns movie and release it in theaters, because live action is great and I love it. Actors are good, but I just really am more drawn towards animation. I don't know, just the way I am, and I think it would work better, and it would be easier on everybody's part if they did that. But you guys tell me what you think about that, and I'll leave this subject open, and we'll see where it goes. And I am out.